hello. Broshmo was here like 30 seconds ago, so he'll be back, but welcome in. Don't worry. It's not just going to be me. Oh, there he is. Okay. I pivoted the stream, so I was like, I had to switch this up. Welcome in. What the hell did you do?
I was on the wrong email.
Oh my. There
I
we
didn't
go.
notice
Now we're back, baby.
I went to go look to hit live, and I was like, why am I not signed in? Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong tab.
Unbelievable. Well, obviously we've taken a long hiatus. We're back. For me, I think that if you guys follow my show, you guys know why I haven't been able to do this, but we're back finally. Like my brain is finally kind of in one piece. Oh,
got wrecked.
Oh my God. What's up, everybody? We already have a good group. Wow, 26 off the bat is beautiful. Thank you guys for popping in.
Especially on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
What are
we doing? Yeah, what are we doing, man? So the reason we're doing this on a Thursday night is because Mr. Schmo ended up deciding that Friday nights are for something called family. Like, yes, I thought we're all family here. But
you may not know this, but I have children and 2 dogs.
I don't even know what that is. That's like a foreign language to me.
So when a man loves a woman, and he lays this pipe down.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man, we got like where the hell is my charger at? God damn.
Oh, dude, they're moving, man.
I know. But
it's gonna be a shame when that Bengals defense hits the field.
Man, I'm not even watching it. We're just having a chill time. Mr. Schmo.
Where these like I had to put Alex on IR.
I know. I put it up on the screen. Oh my God. My brother is watching this. That's funny. I love that. Welcome to the squad. My God, my boy, it's Suki. Does Suki like comment on your vids too? Or is he just like a loyal?
No. Which is weird because normally I have all the anime freaks, you know. I'm just gonna assume based on the name. Yeah. Something like
anime freak. I'm like, all right. Sounds good. You reading the chat. Max, we are absolutely reading the chat. That's the whole entire point of this. But I gotta move my camera over a little bit. I subbed to him too. Okay. Just Suki is more of a G for the show. But we've been trying to make this work. Last Thursday, you ended up bailing. This is a week late. Huh?
Dude, no, it's been
a long time.
Yeah, because you got hurt.
Yeah. I got absolutely shellacked
last Thursday
by an idiot driver, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and you lost the car. That kind of sucks.
Don't even talk about it, dude. I'm getting a car next week. It's been an absolute travesty. Off topic, but as a Steelers fan, I'd like to see one of y'all draft a LAR. I agree. We might be doing a mock draft soon. Slight foreshadow. Yeah. Dude, you know what's
we just got to figure out the day.
Well, we kind of did. But you know what's like crazy? I ended up saying like this dude was taking on the ride of his life in my comment section the night before my car crash. And then somebody ended up saying subtle foreshadow the day I ended up getting into it. I'm like, man, you couldn't wait 24 hours before saying shit like that. Like, people are ruthless.
I respect it.
It was great humor. I was just like, brother, like, give me, like, I was in the hospital. And I'm like, brother, give me 24 hours. Let me get out my neck
brace first.
let a guy be able to look down at his phone before you just kick him in the nuts like that. What? Apparently we can't read. Why is Pedro Pascal naked in this? What the hell, Darth? You looked real quick.
He is a good-looking man.
Yeah, you look real quick. Man, okay, you're back. I was like, your connection froze for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you ditched the start of the stream. Like, literally, everybody's all excited. And then it's like, just my face across the whole
I tried real quick. I was like, oh, I got to hurry up. It
was like 13 seconds left. And I looked down. I'm like, where the hell did your face go? And then it's just like,
oh, it's Burt Reynolds. That's even better, dude.
It's Burt Reynolds? Really?
Yeah.
It looked like Pedro from like first glance.
All right,
Okay.
so let's talk about the foosball. We got foosball on currently. Cincinnati, Baltimore. Kind of Baltimore doesn't really need to do anything. Cincinnati needs to win.
Yeah.
But what the
We got
heck?
some good. We
What
got
was
some good
this? What
commenting.
was this? Hold up.
Oh, not to you. I was responding to
Oh.
Max without interrupting you.
Mm. Okay, I was gonna
still like
say,
cut the show.
yeah, right. Since there's NFL tonight, you want to go back and take a look at some of our bold predictions?
Sure. I mean, I know one of them that I did was right. I don't know any of the other ones I did.
Okay, to be fair, if the one you're thinking is
Well, I mean,
only
it's the one
because
I
of
know.
injury, only because of injury.
It wasn't like he was on a great pace. I mean, granted, Watson would be put back in the lineup because Winston was cheeks last week, but
All right,
I still think
well,
they would have done something.
let's go take by take and we'll discuss.
That's fine.
All right. So the first take I have here is this was my take. The Texans finished with less than 10 wins.
Yeah, no.
Injuries. There's hold on.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm actually going to take a quick look at the remainder of their schedule. But no, I mean, they've won.
It's not far-fetched.
It wasn't a reflection on the Texans. It was like, oh, their schedule's kind of tough.
Yeah.
But currently they're sitting at 6-3. For my prediction to hit, they would have to finish 3-5.
I mean, it's still possible. The NFL, it's not guaranteed to win any game.
They get Detroit. So they get Detroit. Dallas doesn't look daunting anymore. So
no. Well, how long is Dak going to be out? I know they talked about the hamstring being actually torn off the bone.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be.
I imagine they at least throw him on IR.
Right. It could be season.
Yeah. Then they get some division games: Tennessee, Jacksonville. Miami is going to be a must-win for Miami. I mean, they end the year with Miami, Kansas City, Baltimore, and then Tennessee. So they get Tennessee twice in there. I'm just going to say I feel like there's 3 wins there.
I mean, I would say, again, it's not as far-fetched because I think I had them at like 12-4. They're not going to reach that. Highly doubt it.
But I had them going deep into the playoffs, though.
I didn't do a playoffs. That's my bad this year.
I did just because of the draft order. I just ran through it.
That's fair. By the way, guys, if you guys are commenting, I am still starring them for us to go back to. So do not feel like we are not going to answer your questions.
So how about this? If you had to put money on it, do you think they're going to finish with 10 or more wins?
What, the Texans? Yeah, I'd say they go 10
I agree.
plus.
I agree. I think that take sucked.
Again, we're talking about like a 1 or 2 game difference off of your prediction. I don't think that's that bad.
Yeah.
I like to roast you. I'm saying like it is feasible. Like I think that the bigger one was when you said, I don't know, is this another one that CJ Stroud is going to have a sophomore slump?
I may have made that a part of it in the same one.
I think that was one of your main points.
Be fair, CJ Stroud has sophomore slumps against good teams. I mean, let's be honest about CJ Stroud for a second. He pounds them bad teams, but he faces a good team. The Jets? Hello?
Oh,
Stroud, where are you?
I mean, to be fair, that he did underperform, but
I'm specifically gonna go look at this right now.
What? Him versus
each of his matchups right now. So Minnesota, bad. To be fair, that's everybody against Minnesota.
Yeah.
But like Buffalo, it wasn't bad. It was like up and down. It was back and forth. That was a good game though. Close game.
Yeah. It was an enjoyable game to watch.
Green Bay, was that like a rain game and I don't know? No, it was at Green Bay.
This is totally side the conversation, but have you seen Jabbar Muhammad this year?
Yeah.
I ended up liking him more.
I mean, dude, he's a
He's a
small,
first
gritty
rounder
guy.
for me.
He's a small, gritty guy. He's a first rounder.
Mm.
Well, for some of us, Alex, we've learned our Bryce Young lesson in size matters.
I mean, the only thing I'd be worried about is his arm length. Beside that,
That's the thing, dude. I feel like he's a day 2 slot.
He could be.
Yeah.
We're having trouble streaming on X to your Twitter account. You seen that?
How?
I don't know. I just saw it pop up at the corner of my screen, man.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is all over the place right now.
It might be why. It could.
I mean, you could go check out Alex then.
I mean, yeah, guys, feel free.
We are one of the same.
We have 69 people watching though. That's nice. 44 of them are on my Twitter though. So for the 44 of you guys, if you guys are not on the YouTube side,
it's just my Twitter,
huh?
Like my channel.
It popped up in the corner, just only having that as like a red question mark. How often? Okay, Max. All right, I'm gonna just quickly answer this one. How often do you two go live? It should be weekly. There's been some interesting circumstances that were not foreseen. Huh? there was a lady who ended up pulling out in front of me, causing a massive calamity that has given us some troubles, but we're back.
All right. So
I got some TBI testing tomorrow, by the way. I am not excited for that.
Well, good luck. Godspeed.
Thank you, brother.
Okay. So with Stroud specifically, we're talking like 3 matchups where you could be like, yeah, he was on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Regardless, the line's been garbage in the interior.
I mean, it was supposed to be a bold take. I think it's fine. It's fine.
I think
it was a bold take. It might not hit.
Well, I feel like you went 2 standard deviations over, and it ended up being only 1 standard deviation, which is still closer to what you're doing than.
Well,
average.
I mean, I had to say under 10. You can't be like, oh, they're going to get 10 or less. You got to go with the single digit.
Yeah, that's what makes it bold.
So your next take actually is right on. Like your first take here was Cowboys struggle to make the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. Not that hot of a take.
Well, I mean, also injuries have been the main reason. It's not necessarily.
No, even with that's not
their whole entire edge core like depleted, my guy. I mean, you cannot win when you literally have your 5th edge rusher as your edge one. Like it is so bad.
But Cowboys, they've been on the struggle bus.
You're looking like John Lennon. I'll take that. As long as I don't get. Someone tried to kill me. They failed.
But I mean, for sure, they're missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dak was like nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
My second take was TJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year. Kind of got aided by Aiden Hutchinson going down for the year.
Yeah.
Like his numbers just aren't as big as some of the other edge rushers, but he's also like the most chipped defensive or edge rusher in the NFL by like 15%. So,
yeah,
dude, I wish PFF would like make those numbers available in their analytics.
Dude, I'm telling you,
make
pressure rate, like just on the regular, like game by game. Please.
Oh, rather than having to look for the team.
Oh my God, you're telling me, dude.
It does feel like an extra step.
Well, it's just like it should be game by game, and it should show you like every single game. It's like, oh wow, like that's like my favorite stat is like pass rush win rate, run stop percentage.
So,
it's just so
on
nice.
A side note. Who would be your defensive player of the year right now?
Are you saying like if it ended now? Because like if we're projecting out, I would say TJ. But hot take, Sexy Dexy. I don't think we've seen a nose tackle with the pure dominance that he's had. Hot take, I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Hot take, I would say Fred Warner.
That's fine. And Fred Warner's been like the best linebacker in the NFL when healthy. Yeah, he's been the best linebacker when healthy for a while.
But I like the Dexter Lawrence shout outs.
Sexy Dexy.
Dude, your next take was like no Brandon Ayuk means no playoffs for the Steelers.
That's not gonna work out, is it, huh? That ain't working out. Yeah, I got to put you on
Man.
there. Shoot.
The Niners will probably get to the playoffs with no Brandon Ayuk.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Steelers' offense has been performing a lot better than the weapons suggest it should. I mean, like Calvin Austin came out of nowhere to cook Drew Phillips. Like,
Didn't they brought in Mike Williams recently?
don't even get me started.
Lol. Well, I
What's
mean,
up
they
with
wanted
overpaid, by the way?
Christian Kirk, but he broke his collarbone.
I know. He's out for the year, right?
Yeah, that's what they said, but which is kind of weird because like broken collarbone, isn't that like 4 to 6 weeks normally?
That's why I was surprised. It might be just a bad break. I don't know.
Did they eat recently?
Okay. While you
no,
continue
like a
doing
snack.
that, we got a couple of questions here.
Choose one.
So I'm going to go back to Max really quick. Jeremiah, I do see that you have a comment in here. Is it crazy to have Jalen Rolls at wide receiver 3? No, not at all.
Dude's
my wide
sick.
receiver
The only thing missing from his repertoire is competition.
Well, I think the only thing missing is a quarterback and then competition.
Interest
is
what?
No.
You're not saying Iowa Hawkeye legend?
Unbelievable. But let's continue on. Again, I do have a lot of things starred here. By the way, I'll just
let's run through
right
some
here.
of them before we get to the next set of takes.
That's fine. Iowa State Darian Porter. Have you watched him? Because he's literally who I was going to watch today, and then I chose Jade Barron for the update.
No, I think I probably won't get to because I also want to watch. I think it's Jonathan Cooper or Jeremiah Cooper.
Jeremiah Cooper.
The other Iowa State. I'm gonna watch those guys at the same time next week.
Jonathan Cooper is the guy who just got paid. Got that bag.
He got paid today?
Yeah, Jonathan Cooper. No, Jonathan Cooper got paid at the trade deadline. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a 460.
Did he really?
He deserves more than that. Yeah, I ended up seeing him comment on Devin Jackson.
Devin.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why I thought it was just some rando like hey, look at this
comment.
guy who liked me. Oh yeah, 4 years, 60 mil. Good for him, dude.
Yeah. But Darian Porter's who I'm probably watching tomorrow or Saturday. It just depends. Depends on what I'm doing. But
yeah,
I love Iowa State. If there's all 22 out on it, we'll be rocking it.
Yeah, I will say I'm kind of curious what like the quarterback, like he's gonna be a guy I dive into this summer.
Yeah,
I'm curious if he's good because I've only seen Iowa State like highlights for real.
Okay.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Watch the receiving core, but
yeah. What I know is that those two receivers, Higgins and Knoll, are absolute studs. Like for the college level, yes. NFL level, I think they're a little bit more role players, but I like Higgins a lot. You know, I like Higgins. He was my wide receiver 1 coming in the year.
Yeah, I think I just said this in a video because we were talking about. I was like, I think I'm just not a big body possession receiver guy.
It's fair.
It's not
I like Keon. Did you like Keon Coleman? I forgot. I
liked him enough. Like I wasn't like in love, but I was like, yeah, he should be probably like back into the first, early second. Yeah. I think there was times where I had him top 20, top 15.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. A lot of people were like, oh, if he doesn't go in the top 10. I still remember that, man. I swear. Like, that's why you can't listen, because it was like, if he's not in the top 5 or top 10, like at the start of the year, you guys have a crap mock. And it's like, I mean, we love the guy, but let's pump the brakes a little bit. Okay. So actually one more question I want to go through before we get into the next set of questions, because I actually think this is a really good question. That is what we were talking about. Like, did it transfer? Also, another video I'm thinking about doing, even though Miller Moss has already beat me to it, is should they go back? Like, who should stay? Nussbus. Should he go back? My answer is no. But I want to hear your answer before we explain.
I was going to say, yeah, him and Aller.
Really?
I mean, I get the quarterback class is like lackluster, so take advantage of it.
Yeah,
but I think
he
can make some significant cheddar because I think he can be a top 10 player.
Yeah, I can see that, but do you believe that he is? I mean, to be fair, this is Nuss's first year starting, so it makes sense why he could take a big step up next year. But I don't know if I trust LSU to develop him like that. I know they did it with Jaden, but this is a little bit different. Jaden threw uncatchable throws. Like, literally, I don't know what the hell Jaden did, but he did some that I've never seen before, which is literally number 2, an uncatchable throw percentage to one of the most pinpoint passers I've seen.
Yeah. He was a guy like from Arizona State, like steadily got better. But like that last year at LSU was a massive jump.
Right. It was just like, what the hell? I mean, I still liked him a little bit the year before, but yeah, man, that last year, I was like, I love this guy. Like, I didn't like this guy coming in, but yeah. Okay. Well, my argument would be just take advantage of the fact that you don't have a guaranteed quarterback to go above you. Like,
Yeah.
you can talk about Shedeur and Cam, but there still might be teams that like Garrett Nussmeier more than those two. It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, but I feel like what if then the
I'm
NFL
not one of them.
treats this draft class like it did the
2022.
2022 and suddenly
He's like the
thinking
third.
you might be like a half of the first round guy and you go in the third.
Right. I mean, there is that risk, but at the same time, it depends on how much more improvement he sees, because you instantly start adding a lot of very talented quarterbacks in the next year's class. And it was DJ Lagway. He's not a true freshman, right?
He's a true freshman.
He's a true freshman? I thought he was a redshirt. Okay, I thought that he was going to be in 2026.
Well, I mean, even if he is just a redshirt, I don't think he'd be in.
Well, I mean, he's getting a full year. Well, now he's hurt again. Don't they have like a Yale quarterback that was a walk-on? Like, he literally a transfer from Yale.
Some cat I'm not familiar with.
String. Some stupid thing like that. I'm like, what the hell? Why?
Yeah, he's a true freshman.
Holy crap. I thought DJ was a redshirt freshman. My bad. Okay, well, maybe it is worth it. Because I was about to say, you got Lagaway. I think Marcel Reed is not a true freshman either.
No, he is.
What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna keep thinking that these dudes have redshirted a year. Because I see freshmen, and I thought it's like, damn. Well, maybe it is right.
Oh,
maybe
no, I think he's redshirt. Yeah,
okay.
He's a redshirt.
Okay, I was like, I swear he was not true. But
Nico will be eligible next year.
Yeah. Nico,
he's a bit all over the place, but I think he's probably got some of the best upside.
Right. I think that he is very similar to Nuss at the moment in terms of like both of them came out. I think he'd be competing at Nuss's level.
I don't know, man. I think throw for throw, Nuss is more accurate.
I don't think I'm very against Nuss's inconsistencies.
Yeah, so. I think what I just don't like is he's a gunslinger, but he's like ballsy for no reasons sometimes.
Yes. The decision making to go deep. Like, he doesn't have that little canary on his shoulder that tells him no.
Is that what they call it? A canary?
Suki, you can DM me anywhere, bro. He's asking for where he can find all 22 tape. The source that I was said that I can talk about that we both kind of use, we both use the same sources, is Caddies. It's on Patreon. I'll just say the other source is also on Patreon, but I just don't like giving a shout out.
Why is it so secret with that?
I don't know. The main reason is that, like, I know that certain sources are very particular about being known because you're not supposed to have access to this. That's why, like, it's why when they were talking about Catapult, like, it was like they were really tracking down on it. So a lot of people who were using like a black market for Catapult, they like really cracked down on that. But the other source that we use, that Broshmo and I use, is a lot more expensive, but it is. I mean,
honestly, in comparison, though, it's not terrible.
In comparison to $3,000 a year, I agree. What type of negotiation tactic was that? I was about to tell
Marcus.
Mr. Witt,
Marcus,
Marcus, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
I don't know how much your channel makes, but
I'm like, Marcus, last time we were talking about numbers, I don't think that's within That's not really something that you want to go down either.
I know you don't have, children yet, Marcus, but
Oh, they should be. I mean, little franchise guys should be coming. That'd be funny.
dude, I thought Marcus was older than me, dude.
Don't call him out like that.
I ain't calling him out like that. I'm just saying. Because
Um,
I feel
I'm surprised
young
Marcus
at
got
heart.
as big as he did, as young as he was, and I think that's awesome. Like he said that like where I'm at right now is very similar to where he was at in terms of growth and like terms of size. So I'll take it.
Dude,
I'll take it,
love
man.
hot chocolate.
While you continue doing that, I guess this is a quicker question: Abdul Carter or Dylan Stewart? The short answer is you and I have both not studied Dylan Stewart to that degree.
No, but them clips are
How
freaking nice.
they are nuts. I would say Abdul Carter. But I mean, we're talking about
gone the other way.
I mean, you're not wrong going the other way at all. I just think like my processing on it is I'm looking at them both as a first year edge rusher. Abdul is taking bigger steps. So if Abdul were a true freshman, it would be easy.
Abdul was younger.
Hey, Abdul were a couple years younger. But no, Dylan Stewart is unbelievable. I mean, we're talking about like a potential two potential number one picks. Hot take.
All right. You want to get back to some of these crap takes?
Yeah. Crap takes.
I say crap takes because it was my James Cook leads the NFL in rushing.
Dude, I literally drafted James Cook in a fantasy league because you said that, by the way.
Yeah. To be fair, he had a hot start to the year. Then I think he got like some toe injury or something. I don't know. Yeah. He's 20th currently. So not great. He is quite literally like 550 yards behind Derrick Henry.
Dude, Derrick Henry's been on a tear, man. That guy just doesn't age enough. It's like, please age a little faster before you face the Steelers. What?
You're next. Well, I'm clicking ahead looking at the next take, and it's yours.
What did I say? Rest Justin Herbert for the year.
Yeah, right. Garrett Wilson will be a top 10 in the MVP.
I mean, we didn't expect Rodgers to be this sucky, so yeah, that ain't happening.
I don't think Rodgers has been bad.
He hasn't been bad, but again, like we're talking about,
he's just not, Rodgers from 5 years ago, MVP.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, Garrett Wilson is third in the NFL in receiving yards.
Right.
Like he's having a really great year.
I don't think he'll be top 10 though.
No, that's gonna be tough.
Who has said sources? Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's not a horrible take, but
no. I overreacted.
Yeah, you covered your mouth like I did something horrible. Like,
I had to keep the vomit in. That's what it was.
Unspeakable. Oh my god. Unbelievable.
So I actually gotta look this up. My next take was Cardinals finish outside the top 12 in rushing. I think I bounced around from 10 to 12, but I said, I'll put my balls on the table.
I think that's fair.
NFL teams. To be fair, like that offensive line significantly, like I thought they were being just overcoached. Yep. Is that what I'm looking for?
Elevated.
Being elevated by the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Which still could be true, but they're legitimately good.
Yeah.
Let's look at these team rankings real quick. Scoring offense. I want to look at rushing.
Isaiah Adams started getting reps too. I saw that 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
So I finally add him to my rookie watch sheet.
So they're currently 7th. So.
Oh shit! I thought they were outside the top 10.
No, dude. The NFL in general, the rushing numbers are way up.
Damn. I mean, I'm surprised with the fact that Trey Benson's been kind of mediocre. That they're top 10.
No, he's popped off every now and then. I'm surprised the Jets are 30th.
Yeah, what happened to Braylon Allen being the next GOAT?
Dude, what happened to Breece Hall? How about that?
That too.
Golly. So your next take, because that was my take.
Mm.
Deshaun Watson will be
not be playing.
benched. And he was never benched.
He was placed on a bench, though.
He was placed on a cart.
That is partially a bench. A bench is a place where you sit that's connected to the ground. That cart was connected to the ground.
And his Achilles was no longer connected. So.
To be fair, it's not like he was playing phenomenally. He did not have legitimate starting.
You were right in theory. Like he should have been benched.
Yeah.
But financially, and that was like I think your counter in the video. I was just like, financially, they can't do that.
Right.
Like I'm like, I don't think they could even take quarterback in this next draft class because of it.
So tough. It's so tough. I literally just say get somebody in round 2 that doesn't return, that's developmental, because you know for a fact you ain't gonna be playing them.
Yeah.
Probably with that money. Unless you could trade Deshaun. You could trade Deshaun and a pick to a team that can harbor that.
No one right? Take that on. No.
Dude. I don't know. I'm trying to think like
how much like a
you have to
like, it's not worth even just at this point. You just write it out. It's not worth.
You just gotta bite the bullet.
Throwing away players or draft capital just to get off his contract.
Shit.
I think you just bite the bullet. You have a very expensive backup. Some would say the most expensive.
I agree.
My next take was Bengals return to the AFC Championship game. They currently are leading the Ravens. They're almost back to 500 if they can win this game.
Dude, every
year, dream's not dead.
So every single year, like in recent memory, the Niners struggle mid-year. People start doubting them. They end up building up heat at the end of the year. The Bengals suck ass in the first couple games, and then they just bounce back and are just juggernauts. So at this point, it's like I'm not even going to listen to any of the noise. That's why I purposely don't do those mock drafts where the Bengals have the 3rd overall pick after week 1. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I like playing with that.
I hate that because I'm like, man, I don't want to be stuck in this situation. Like, it's fun sometimes, though. It still is fun.
Yeah. So,
all right, what's your next take?
It's yours. It's Justin Herbert missed a significant amount of time.
I think I said that I would rest Justin Herbert for the year and get his plantar fasciitis fixed.
I mean, to be fair, that Steelers game was kind of like, oh man, he's broken. His ankles are done. Or was it the right ankle, right foot?
I just remember that he was really struggling. But man, dude, it just get the guy healthy. Like Harbaugh, you're not gonna get fired. You're gonna have a great pick.
Missed a game, right?
I don't think so.
I thought he
might.
Not
in my memory. I don't own him in fantasy, so
I thought he may have missed one, but I guess that's just a bye week, right?
I assume so. I'm trying to see. I don't think no.
Yeah, because he hasn't missed a game because of it. So that's wild.
I mean, that dude's an absolute trooper, man. But I just personally am very much against pushing your quarterbacks through potentially lifelong and chronic injuries. So that's just me.
So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
I'm taking a quick look at the stand-ins, right? And currently the Rams are 4-4 in a game out, or a half game out of the division lead.
That's insane.
So my next take was Rams make a push for the NFC Championship game. And
I don't know.
Honestly, they're starting to get healthy.
I know. I just don't know if they're actually going to be fully healthy enough for that. But
I'm just saying they make it to the divisional round.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Rams, hold on. I'm going to check my other sheet here to see where I originally had them this year. Which is going to make me look like an absolute tool, but is what it is. I had the Rams as the 4th best team in the whole entire league coming into the year. When healthy, of course.
Best?
Yeah. I have very strong faith in McVay. And that's because I got bit in the ass when I put him as the worst team in the NFL. I was like, man, Kupp and Stafford coming off big injuries? No way. They're older. Nope. Bit me in the ass.
Oh, you know what? I think that may have been your take.
Might have been.
Yeah, because that was your take. Because I didn't think we were doing a 6th take in that video, and I had to scramble to make one up on the spot.
Huh. Maybe.
So that was
You know
your
me, I
tip.
just make them up on the spot anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do, man. It keeps things exciting. You're the planner. I'm the
yeah, right. So
I'm like, fuck it. He's somewhere.
the one I made up on the spot was Malik Neighbors saves Daniel Jones's job.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh no,
But
absolutely
he made
not.
a good attempt. He made a
But
very
Malik
valiant
Neighbors is playing good. If he didn't,
yeah,
get concussed and then wanted to go to a Travis Scott concert, maybe.
Hey, I don't blame him.
No,
Granted, I wouldn't put my brain
Travis
through
Scott get thrown
Well, I
to by
mean-
Daniel Jones.
I mean, to be fair, both would cause brain damage. But I mean, can you imagine being at a Travis Scott concert, like the subwoofers, the actual like the way your brain rattles when they're getting absolutely shellacked by the sound waves? I would never do that personally.
Oh, I got some MVP picks from here. We did awards.
Oh shit! Do you want to go through some comments before?
Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll get into these awards that we did.
Softball one. It'd be a shame if they didn't do a Burt Reynolds biopic starring Pedro Pascal. Love that. Okay, in my most recent mock, so I think is that me or you? Why Steelers went Bond? Like, did you ever draft Bond to the Steelers?
Bond?
I know
may
I
have
did.
thrown him there, but I've been mostly doing Ibuka. Was in my most recent one.
I love Emeka, but
because they were going after Christian Kirk. I mean, Emeka Ibuka is basically Christian Kirk of this draft class.
You're gonna force him to the boundary?
No, not necessarily. Christian Kirk plays in the slot.
I know, but you're gonna just randomly have Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, and Emeka Ibuka all be
hate
slot
Roman
receivers.
Wilson.
They just drafted him,
and they hate him.
No, he's just hurt.
Well, now
that's why they probably wanted Christian Kirk.
He was
they didn't want Calvin Austin's ass there
before the hamstring.
Huh?
He was a healthy scratch for a couple of games before the hamstring injury.
I mean, to be fair, that was my least favorite pick that they made, but still,
I didn't mind it. I kind of liked it. But Emeka Ibuka, I think, can play outside as well.
I mean, he absolutely can. I thought that's when he was his best, when they had JSN in the slot, Harrison on the boundary, and then he was literally just the forgotten child. And it's just like, I mean, he wants to play in the slot, man.
Yeah, I feel like he's someone you can move around. I mean, I moved him off of my slot, like only wide receivers.
Yeah.
So
I think slot is more of a skill set than anything, though. It has nothing to do with your size or like the actual reps you take in college. Because I just know guys who can play on the boundary that should be slots, and guys who play in the slot that have that flexibility to go to the boundary. But so I guess it was me who ended up drafting Bond. For this exact reason. I think Isaiah Bond brings that speed element that Calvin Austin has that kind of is needed, but also he's a pure boundary receiver. Like, I don't think of him as like an actual legit slot. He can play if he wants, but it was the best value at that spot because I really do like him.
See, I was looking for a chain mover because I think that's kind of what Steelers need.
I feel like there's a lot of guys in this class that can accomplish that role, though. If you're looking for a bigger bodied after the catch guy, I mean, Jalen Royals could be a really good pick in that instance. Kind of like a hybrid of both Bond and
I cannot. I hope he's at the Senior Bowl, dude.
Oh my God, that's gonna be. By the way, I need to book the hotel. Do you agree? Let's just bite the bullet and then be in the same place that Marcus is. Just so.
No, I figured that's what we were gonna do.
Let's bite the bullet. Yeah. Okay. I'll book it tomorrow.
I mean, if we're gonna do content together, it'd probably be
more spoiler alert, guys. We have a group chat with Marcus, so this is the first time you guys are probably hearing about.
So we're kind of allowed to crap on him a little bit, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was way younger than Marcus.
I need to message. Man, we're gonna have to book the other Holiday Inn at this point, but. I need to like just hit up everyone I know and just see if we can get a massive amount of creators in there.
I mean, shoot, man, maybe talk to Trevor. Maybe he could get us on the field.
Trevor?
Sigma.
That's you, bro. Trevor didn't ever talk. Well, he met me. Like, we met, but like it was
you met him. He's the nicest guy in the world.
He is, but I also caught him at a really bad time because I heard that they were talking about PFF pay grade. And like people are really pissed off. And I could just tell it was the first time I've seen Trevor without a smile on his face. So I just knew it was the worst timing possible.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
You know, Todd McShay's making content again.
Really?
He's got a YouTube channel. I've been listening to that sucker. He does it like 2 or 3 times a week. Him and Steve Mensch.
Who?
He was another guy at ESPN.
Okay. Maybe I know his face. I just don't know the name. But
see, I knew the name. I never knew the face. And I was like, that's what you look like?
Interesting. So maybe I won't. That's on me more than anything, though. But yeah, I mean, I got to see what the Draft Network is doing because they like to stay down there. That'd be kind of sick. You get like Keith Sanchez on. That'd be really fun. That's what I'm trying to do. I talked to Keith yesterday. I want to get him on the show, though. He just put out his first mock
talking about it.
Huh?
After we were talking about it?
Yeah. I hit him up, and then like we ended up just going back and forth a little bit. But he's like, I'm just dropping my first mock this week. So I'm like, that's cool. Broshmo and I are about to shit on it.
For as many mocks as the Draft Network has put out, he hasn't done one for him yet.
Let me see. I mean, I'm not going to check the Draft Network site. I'm just going to check what he said. He said
they've been doing a mock in the mock, and I'm like,
oh, never mind. He just says I have a mock draft this week coming up.
Have you seen that? That I think it's like their Wednesday or Thursday article is mocking the other person's mock.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I wonder where they got that idea from.
They learned from the best.
No, I finally have something I can contribute to society after I'm dead. For thousands of years, people remember Mock the Mock and not know where it originally came from. But
I made a pitch to
came from this freaking
from the cranium.
Scrub.
I made a pitch to Paige, the CEO of the Draft Network. I was like trying to get on True Media. I was like, I will do anything just to get True Media access. Anything just to get True Media access. That, by the way,
moisten them lips.
Man, you're gonna get us fired before we ever get hired. But
I'm already like the black sheep of like draft content.
Oh my god!
Look at me! Yes. Look at me! Look at this!
Unbelievable! I'm the window guy
out there, dude.
Dude, I tried to get Underdog to send me one of the little lamp things.
Dude,
they're like, we're out. I'm like, looks like we're not going to be doing a
convenient.
Contract then, huh?
Screw the signing bonus. Just give me the neon light, man.
I literally am like, dude, take my like signing bonus. Well, I don't even get one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on, take
my Alex. Signing bonus.
Wait a minute.
Well, no, they say like you can get signing bonuses, but it's just like
we talk really about. We can't put other people's stuff out there,
huh?
Well, from who told us? We can't say that.
Oh no, I'm talking about. I talked to Underdog, and certain people get signing bonuses.
You could tell from just like because they do so much. Like Brett Coleman will be at like they have like a.
I thought you said we're not naming
set
people.
Up for him and stuff.
We're not naming people though.
Well, that's different. He's put it out on like he has videos of I'm here at the Underdog Mansion, blah blah blah.
Yeah, Bengals like thank you to Underdog for sending me to the World Series, and I'm like,
oh, I didn't see that.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Underdog. It was another one, but obviously I know he used to do SeatGeek and stuff like that too.
I think he does Underdog though a lot, so that makes.
I mean, everybody probably does.
You want to get into these individual awards?
Sure. I mean, we could do that next week. I know that we're relatively short on the stream.
I mean, we got 30 minutes. It's just individual awards. We could just fly through this sucker because they're all bad takes. Because guess who? Well, I think your MVP selection's probably better than mine.
Oh,
I went Brock Purdy.
I mean, again, this is mid-season Brock. It's usually the ass Brock that ends up bouncing back.
Yeah, but Brock Purdy, I think, currently has like 10 passing touchdowns and like 3 rushing. I mean, Lamar's running away with that reward right now.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yeah. If not him, then Derrick Henry.
Right. What was mine?
You said Stroud. That's not. I don't think that's a bad shout out either.
Yeah. I mean, again, he struggled. According to you,
Yeah.
he's absolute cheeks versus any actual NFL competition.
Yeah. Your offensive player of the year, though, might be like right on point.
Okay.
You went with Jamar Chase.
Damn, really?
Yeah, Jamar Chase is currently, I
Oh,
think
good job.
I think he's first in receiving yards.
Okay.
Second. He's second in receiving yards, just behind Justin Jefferson, but he has 2 more touchdowns than Justin Jefferson.
Nice.
And he is tied for second in forced missed tackles. Like, he's balling out. Yeah.
I know he's been doing well. I didn't know.
I said Breece Hall. Lol. I thought the Jets. I bought into the Jets. Silly
okay.
me, silly Dolphins fan over here.
All right. Well, then what's after that?
Defensive player of the year. I think we were on point. I said TJ Watt. You said Aiden Hutchinson. Like that's on point.
Yeah. I mean, we just know it's going to be a top tier edge rusher. The offensive tackles in the NFL are just not good enough on an average basis to stop the quality of edge rusher.
I'm going to say that you nailed offensive rookie of the year. I don't know. We did in like maybe a draft format, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I took Caleb, and then we also selected a non-quarterback, and I took Marv.
Yeah. Okay.
You went Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors.
I just knew about the running aspect. I was like, I feel like it's going to be the most.
I thought we'd see that from Caleb too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it was draft format because that would make a lot more sense. Because I was probably like, damn, I was hoping that you'd go after Jaden.
Dude, you're on a roll right now.
Huh?
Your defensive player of the year was Jared Verse.
Really?
Yeah.
What was I doing?
Byron Murphy's bum tail. Jared Verse was my guy.
I know. What the hell? What?
And I tried to go outside the box when
Byron
okay,
Murphy. Jared Verse was your guy in the aspect that he was your number one edge. I think you and I had him ranked the same spot. I'm trying to see though.
Oh, actually, yeah. You want to say that? Hold on.
I like
whip out your rankings.
Let's do it. Oh no, you beat me. He's my number 11 guy.
Dang it! I had him at 11.
Every time, man, you love a player, and I'm like, let me step it up. In this case, I liked him less, but we're at the same level. That's just because I'm a fucking nut, though. Oh man. You know what? Speaking of, we'll finish that. Let's just go over our like top 15 on our boards from the 2024 really quick.
Well, real quick, I just want to give you another shout out. And I think it was because I had the first pick here. I took Aaron Rodgers for comeback player of the year, and then you were like, I'll take the other injured quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case.
So, like, honestly, you're kind of goated right now.
I'm like, man, I really did that. I had no faith that I did that. Hey, good for me, man.
You are kind of the guy, dude.
I mean, I missed a lot of the other things we were talking about, but
guys, he is him. He is him.
You guys can subscribe to me. My growth hasn't been as optimal as I was looking for, so that'd be nice.
I'm hoping that changes now that the country's changed.
Oh my God. Let's not get into this. Let's not. I mean, I'm just hoping the ad revenue starts flowing in. That's all I'll say. I mean, the ad revenue's been doing well. I don't know about
I have never I wasn't even full time for the prior administration. So
yeah. You haven't seen.
I didn't become full time on YouTube until February 2021.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, I mean, ad revenue wise, I don't know how you're doing, but I feel like I'm doing solid on that front. Granted, I'm posting every day, if not more than once a day.
Yeah, I'm on par with what it was last year, so
yeah,
I can't complain.
The percentage jump, it was like almost 100% jump from like 2023 to 2024. It's like 20.
Oh, for you?
Sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, you also think about where I was. It was like 8K, and then it went up to like 10, and now I'm at 12. So, dude, I just
Okay,
gotta.
coming, dude.
I'm trying to get that one video, man. It's always that hockey stick, but we'll get there.
So I
I
have
just
my
want this to be full
15.
time, huh?
I have my 15.
I do too. You ready for this?
Yep.
Okay, who's your 15th?
My
You want to go
15
like
was, yeah, let's start from the back. Dallas Turner.
Liatu Latu?
Okay.
Do you want to just go like 15 to 10, like do the 5 groups? Because we're just gonna like back and forth. It's gonna be annoying as
Okay, so
hell.
15, Dallas Turner.
Okay.
14, Brian Thomas Jr.
That was a good
So,
call by you. He was my 22nd.
I loved Brian Thomas.
I did too.
13, Olu Fashanu. 12 was Liatu Latu, and then 11 was the aforementioned Jared Verse, who I apparently didn't love as much as I thought I did.
Okay, so 15 was Liatu Latu. 14 was JC Latham as an offensive lineman.
Oh, wow.
13 was Tali Fawaga as an offensive lineman. 12 was Joe Alt as a left tackle. He's done a lot better. Then 11 has been Jared Verse. You want to go 10 to 5?
Yeah, you want to start 10?
Sure.
Do 10-6.
10 to 6, yeah. And then we'll go back. We'll figure it out. My number 10, Ennis Rakestraw Jr.
He's on IR, isn't he?
I think so. He's in such a good situation there in Detroit. That was one of my dream spots for him to be. So I think he's going to have a good career. I honestly, bold take. I think he'll have a better career than Terry and Arnold in Detroit. I'm just saying. I love Terry, and we'll get to that point though. My number 9 player. Do you want to say it with me? Andrew Phillips.
He's been good in the slot.
He's done a really good job. He got toasted by Calvin Austin, but besides that, he's done a great job this year. I love Andrew Phillips though. 8 Byron Murphy, 7 Quinyon Mitchell, and 6 Malik Neighbors.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 10 was Troy Fatanu.
Oh wow.
He's on IR. He's done for the year.
Yeah, Troy's my 23rd. Oh, by the way, I want to hear where you had my guys. I think that's I want to hear that. So yeah, like let's just go back over like my 10 to 6 and then just talk about where they were at.
Okay.
So like Rakestraw was like top 50.
Rakestraw was 57.
Okay. So that was higher than I expected. Drew, I assume, was top 100, like back end.
He was probably top 100.
I think you just inched him into top 100.
91.
Yeah. Byron Murphy, I assume you have top 10.
No, he was actually 16.
Oh, okay. Wasn't that where he was drafted?
Yeah,
I think so.
Isn't that wild? Dude,
nice.
Last year, my mock draft was kind of goated. My final mock
it
draft.
was. Dude, it was. We were like, I mean, a lot of people were pretty spot on just because we also had quarterbacks in the mix and stuff like that. But
freaking Bo Nix.
Yeah, you were really
came off
spot
the
on.
Bo Nix to the Broncos at the 11th hour.
Oh, I mean, hey, you did a good job, man. Quinyon.
He is in my. He'll be one of the names I'm about to mention.
Okay, and then obviously Malik will be one of the names you'll mention.
He'll be mentioning him much later. So, Troy Fatanu was 10. 9 was Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
8 was Quinyon Mitchell. 7 Brock Bowers, and then 6 was Roma Dunze.
Nice. So I ended up not taking positional value into equation.
I do it every year.
Yeah, I had Jaden at 20. Troy at 23. Who was the rest? Who's the next?
Brock Bowers.
We'll talk about him. Then
Nice.
6.
6 was Roma Dunze.
Rome was my number 21. So, nice. Okay. Do you want to just go?
So, 5 for me was Joe Alt.
Okay, good.
What was your 5?
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not a bad shot. 4 for me was Drake May.
Okay. 4 for me was Dallas Turner.
Yeah, I know. I remember you loving him.
I'm a big fan. I still think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, it's just like,
when
I mean,
you got Andrew Van Ginkel there, right? Like,
dude, and Jonathan Grenard's going
and
off.
Jonathan Bernard. Yeah, he'll get his time to eat. I'm still confident.
Dude,
Number
Zay
3,
Flowers is eating right
yeah,
now.
3 for me is Terry and Arnold. Went to the
Mine's
wrong situation.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. Terry and Arnold just went to the wrong spot. It just breaks my heart.
Arnold was 20 on my board.
Yeah, it just kicked me in the nuts when I saw him go. Like, I thought, real talk, because I think Quinion Mitchell's in a really good spot there with Vic Fangio. I still think Terry and Arnold would have been the better selection. And then put Cooper DeJean on the boundary. That's my hot take. I'll die on that hill, but regardless, both of them were great picks. So I just think Terry and Arnold got the short end of the stick. But my number 2 player is Brock Bowers.
I had Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, and then Caleb was both our ones.
Yeah,
so.
Caleb. Yeah.
Yeah,
Caleb
it makes
was
sense.
Kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Number 1. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, he's looked good. Talk about, hey, Mason McCormick hasn't been half bad this year. I had him at 35.
Overall?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, he was like one of my lowest offensive linemen. I mean, he's been better than I gave him credit for it. I'll give that to you. But
I thought he did good filling in for
I'm actually really pissed off, dude. If I'm gonna be real, I'm actually like low key pissed, because if I did what I do this year and I just used my actual like weighted scores for players, Jaden would have been my number 4 player.
Oh, really?
And I just straight up, well, that's why like this year I'm getting absolutely cooked, because I just have certain players like Azariah Thomas above like certain other players that people love. And it's just like, it stays true to my board, man. And it's like, I got to do that. It's a cowardly way for me to have put Jaden Daniels, even though I believed in him to that degree, down at 20, just because I wanted to make room for other guys. So it is what it is, man.
Kirito, I did not hear what Shefty said about Caleb and the Bears. Oh, did you rank Bishop? I had Bishop at I just looked now, 284.
I didn't rank Bishop, but it was like one of the guys that I did like that the Steelers picked up, I think. I'd have to go back and look at my
he was fun at the Shrine.
Yeah, dude. I gotta see, man. If you had time, you could come out here before you already bought your ticket. I was gonna say you could have come out here before to see the practices for the Shrine before we flew out to what's it called, to Mobile. But that's another ticket. Do you want to bang out a couple more of these?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we got a fun one right here. I apparently look like John Lennon. You apparently are the Josh McCartney. Is it Josh McCartney or John McCartney? John. Paul. What the fuck? I watched I actually went to a Paul McCartney concert when I was like 5. It's one of the few concerts I remember going to. Dude's legit. On my first MP3 player, I had like a Star Wars themed MP3 player. It was all Paul McCartney stuff. Why do I want to say John? So stupid.
There's John Lennon.
I guess so. Maybe there's a little Freudian there. But where do we think the Titans should go in the draft? Not quarterback. Hot take.
Yeah, I don't think like
just quarterbacks suck.
Yeah. I don't
Comparatively.
It kind of depends. Like if Shadur's around, I'd be tempted, just because I feel like that's kind of a Callahan type
style
guy.
QB. Yeah.
But other than that, man, I kind of like edge.
Yep. Edge. I honestly hot take like Will Campbell, because they can either Skoronski his ass. Yeah, they can Skoronski him if they need to.
If they didn't put Skoronski at tackle, they're not going to do that with Campbell.
That's what I'm saying. You could test him at tackle just because the desperation factor. But, I mean, he's just going to be a quality lineman. And the right side of the line is not good. But edge is such a good spot, too. I mean, I think that if you can get Abdul Carter, James Pierce, like, you're cooking. We're going to transition to a little bit. We have back-to-back comments about wide receivers. I'm going to go bounce back to Isaiah Bond for a second. Worthy does think that Isaiah Bond is overrated. Now, I think there's 2 stages to this. First off, where do you think Isaiah Bond should go? Where do you think Isaiah Bond will go if the draft order remains? And then do you agree then that he is overrated? Where's he on your board? I should be looking at your board more often, but I just haven't been peeking.
I could say the same thing about yours, but
yeah, it's just something like I'm like so focused on getting mine done.
Is 19 on my board currently.
He's 19 on yours.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I get that back end of the first, early second vibe from him.
Really? So okay. So I guess I'll just ask on top of that. Do you think he's worth like a 19th overall pick, and you're saying that he will go in that range?
In
or
this
are you
class,
saying,
I think so.
okay, no, I'm just saying like in general, talent wise, like, do you think that he like, are you saying that he is a late first, early second quality player? And because the class is cheeks, he's at 19? Or
Yeah,
are you?
yeah,
Okay.
basically, yeah.
I just want to clarify that. I actually really like Isaiah Bond. He is.
I like Bond too.
He's a completely different style of receiver, which is interesting, like to the guys like Brian Thomas and such. So it is very dependent on the team that's there. But if he ends up going to a team like Dallas, which again, dumbasses traded a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo. But I think that's a perfect Brandon Cooks replacement. I think it would be overdrafted at that point. I think if they trade back, get their 4th rounder back and get him, holla. But yeah, he's 15 on my board.
That Mingo trade was what the hell was that?
Yeah, I'm like, are you guys using Jerry's dementia against him? Like, that is just bad business ethics, man.
Dude, and it's like but we also got a pick. You got a 7th round pick. Like, you had other players out here going for chump change, and you're out here giving a 4th rounder?
Right. It's just I couldn't understand it. I legitimately could not understand it. But we have our next question here. So both of us agree that Bond will be overdrafted. But do you think that he is overrated? Like, do you think people think too highly of Bond? Or do you think the consensus is that, like, he should be that mid to late first territory?
I think people put too much in production. And that's probably why. Like, because just because you produce in college doesn't mean you're going to produce in the NFL. Like, at the end of the day, NFL is very. If you're not a freak, then it's going to be hard to push you up boards, And he's got speed. He's probably the fastest receiver in this class.
Yeah.
And and he's taken that game to the next level where it's like now he's like fluent as a route runner, fluent-ish. I'm not saying he's like the most polished guy in the world, but he knows how to tempo up that speed. Like, you go to that Colorado State game where like he got held, helmet ripped to the side. He had enough time to rearrange his helmet and catch a touchdown. Bond's nuts.
I honestly don't think he's overrated. I think, to me, he is a mid-first quality player. That's my take. I mean, I
wouldn't have a problem with him in the first.
Right. We're close enough. But speaking of receivers, and speaking of route running, who's the best route runner in the class to you?
I'm looking at mine. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, you answer this while I look at this.
See, I'm looking. You know what? I'm gonna create a whole ass new average. Equals average of these two.
I have an answer. Maybe. I think
I'm just seeing which one's the highest. AVG. If you guys do not know, I'm using Excel functions right now just to give you the actual answer. If I'm just looking solely at average,
I have a boring answer and I have what I think is a fun answer.
I have 2 exciting answers.
Oh. Well,
I want you to go
my pants off.
Go with your boring answer first, and then we'll go.
Emeka Egbuka.
Really?
Yeah. I think he's very, very savvy. He knows how to just find space underneath and be just a consistent chain mover. I mean, he was that in the
route running.
Huh?
That's not route running. That's just finding space.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a part of route running. Like, understanding where space is.
Are you saying, like, I think that what they were asking is, like, when it comes to running your designed route, who is the most fluid route runner?
I would
not
still
like
put
who
him. I would
runs.
still put him up there.
Okay,
I feel like
he's
he's a
at
very
number
fluid
19 for
athlete.
me. Yeah, he's number 19 based on
Because I mean, you could go up
average.
there and be like, "Oh, look at me! It's like I'm at the Senior Bowl. Sure, I'm all look at all my footwork. Oh no! Now the time in the route's all messed up. Oh, poor me. Oh, it's like I don't care, dude. Go. You could
Yeah.
go tap dance with Ray Gun for all I care.
My first one is my top two are the exact same. If you average out hard cuts as well as 45-degree cuts, so like softer, it is Ty Felton.
I love Felton. I freaking
He's
love
such a
Felton
monster.
so much.
He's
I just
freaking
don't
beast.
think he runs a big enough route tree.
Yeah, but just like looking at how he runs,
Yeah.
I see it translating.
Okay.
Who's your exciting pick?
Kyron Lacey.
Really?
I think he's
Okay.
so quick. I don't think he's got like great launch speed. Like it's fine, but I think he's just so quick, so fast. He
He's at
knows
50.
how to get open and create
He's a good route
separation
runner.
consistently. Like, dude, him
Yeah.
and
He's good.
Nuss are freaking made for one another.
Okay. Mine is Andrew Armstrong out of Arkansas.
I haven't watched him.
Such a baller, dude. This week after week, this guy kicks ass. Unbelievable.
Might shock you. I haven't got to Arkansas.
But what? So those are my top tier. I'll just toss in my next tier of guys, which are two of them because they have the same grade as well. It's Deion Burks and Jaden Higgins.
Okay. Deion Burks, it just sucks that he's been hurt.
Yeah. But
Higgins, I like that as a shout out. If I had to throw another guy, I'd say Royals, but it's just like,
yeah,
that's all fine and dandy against
the
Mountain West. But
right,
I need to go back and watch the Maryland and USC. I think it was Maryland and USC he faced this year. It was definitely USC. I can't remember if it was Maryland.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting thing that you know. That's so I have route running and separation different because I want to factor in those guys who actually end up like using their intelligence to run the correct area and get space.
Oh, it was Utah. My bad.
So there you go.
Maryland.
Elongated answer. We love it.
Yeah.
Do the corners from Colorado get drafted? I think I'm talking about Hodge and then the other dude.
I forget the other dude's name. For Colorado are.
I haven't studied Hodge. I know one of my buddies or one of my subs is a big Preston Hodge fan, but the one other guy who I'm forgetting off the top of my head, besides Travis Hunter, of course, I do think he does. In that Arizona game, that I think it was a game sealing interception, was pretty damn awesome. So big fan of that. Taylor, what's up, buddy? But sorry, we're like literally almost an hour late on your comment. But does Miller Moss have to transfer? He's already in the transfer portal. And he says apparently Michigan's his top target.
Oh,
that would be kind of nutty.
He's gonna get so much money.
Yeah, I think he could end up.
Is he officially in the transfer portal?
Yeah, someone ended up commenting on it.
So I'm just gonna take him off my rankings.
That's why I did. I was like, he's gonna transfer. I'm like, he's not going out this year.
Okay, I see reports link him to the transfer portal in Michigan. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Told me
maybe it's a Cam Ward situation, but where Ward was declaring and then he wasn't.
I highly don't think that's gonna happen. His mom literally said, like, we're looking forward to the next opportunity.
Dude, Michigan would be a nice spot for him.
It would be. It's a great spot. Dude, they have nothing there, too. It's like they're looking for an actual starting quality quarterback for a college team.
Desperate and thirsty.
Who are the top players of 2026? It's a little bit early, but we ended up mentioning a couple of the quarterbacks. You got Arch in there.
I'm gonna see it because I have like the spreadsheet set up and I'm throwing a few names.
Yeah, Ben Morrison.
Morrison,
I still think
I don't know if he comes back.
Dude, I don't see. I think it would be a disgrace to see a corner that should be a top 5 pick like end up leaving school just because the draft class sucks when he had a crappy last year and got hurt. It's just like, man, just come out or just go back to school. Notre Dame can use it.
I think Kevin Concepcion,
Oh,
NC State,
KC. Whoa,
he's gonna be
dude's a baller.
Nasty.
What a beast. Yeah, no, I like Concepcion.
The tackles kind of like because you got Proctor from Alabama, who's actually pretty good.
Caden's done a good job. I would say Cam Williams should return because he still needs development, man.
That. I think Miami's got a good tackle too.
Are you talking about Maui Goa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a right tackle. Is it right? Yeah, no. Jalen Rivers is our left.
Yeah.
Or is it the other way?
I think it's the other way around.
Is it the other way? Yeah.
Peter Woods, Clemson, defensive interior. He's gonna be a stud.
Oh, Peter Woods, yeah. Peter Woods.
Ruben Bain, Miami, edge, stud. I'm Ruben curious Bain, about this York kid from A&M. I threw his name down. He had the sick interception on Nussmeier where he faked a delayed blitz and just kind of hummed back, and he just read the screen.
Okay.
And jumped it.
Yeah.
So, like, he's a linebacker there. Oh, by the way, Jason Henderson redshirted. I don't know if you knew that.
You mentioned it like 6 times to me.
Did I do it? Because I'm like,
you keep bringing it up.
The dude should have just transferred last year. Jermod McCoy, the Tennessee corner,
yes,
I think is freaking legit.
Oh my god, you know how much I love corners too, and I just saw that. I'm like,
yeah. Oh, and Caleb Downs is probably gonna be a top 10 pick.
Caleb Downs. What's his name? He's a defensive back on Utah. What's his name?
Utah or
Tao Johnson.
Okay.
Tao Johnson.
Purdue's got a pretty good safety too.
Dude, I've seen they've been getting good ratings, man. But yeah, no, a lot of fun 2026 content. When are you gonna pump out?
We'll be making next year.
Yeah. When's your first way too early one gonna come out? Postseason?
Yeah, I'll probably wait till like people actually declare. Which are they moving back the declaration?
I don't know
because the national championship won't be played till what, January 20th?
Yeah, they extended it.
Huh. That's gonna be fascinating.
SMU's gonna go to the championship this year. Can you imagine?
They might go to the playoffs though. I told you they had an easy schedule. I knew it. I knew they were going to be like a 10-win team this year.
Easy. Do you realize that we've faced Louisville, Pittsburgh, BYU? Like,
first off, BYU no one thought was good when y'all beat or when y'all lost to
them. The premise is gone.
Pittsburgh, I still don't believe Pittsburgh is good. Pardon me.
They were 7-0. I mean, Eli Holstein's cheeks. I've never seen a quarterback that bad in my entire life. And I saw DJ Uiagalelei in person. I've never seen a quarterback that bad.
Louisville, though, that is kind of a legit win.
Yeah, that was
especially fun. Now that like Louisville, if you look at Louisville's losses this year, Notre Dame, SMU, and Miami.
Legit teams.
Louisville's kind of good.
Yeah, they just beat Clemson. I'm like,
yeah, heck. And I thought Clemson was just going to walk into the ACC championship game.
Yeah, Miami's doing better than expected this year.
You're telling me.
We both are you guys. But
where did I have my I have it somewhere. I had Miami coming to the year.
Where was what we did? Like we ended up doing a top 25 or like
we did.
What did we do?
We did like I think we did a college football prediction.
We did a playoff prediction because it was 6-6. I remember that. I honestly don't. Yeah, you're the one who writes these notes.
I'm looking it up.
I'm the one who sets up the stream. You're the one who writes the notes. We balance each other out.
It was one of our drafts.
Okay, so while you're talking, do the Panthers draft a QB? I assume so.
Part of me says no.
I pray to God it's no. But you know, it is what it is. Colts fan here early because we are asked, who do you got for us? Azariah Thomas, corner out of Florida State.
I think they should go edge.
They could.
Kyle Hamilton just went down on a non-contact.
Who?
Kyle Hamilton.
Oh shit! And they need us. They need some extra defensive like safety help behind their starters as it is for the Ravens. So That's not good.
Chicken sandwich, dude. This
Chick-
Wingstop commercial, their chicken sandwich looked so fire, and I know it's
Bro,
not.
yeah. It's just the advertising, man. I had some like Momo. Have you seen these like Momofuku noodles? Like,
Excuse me.
Momofuku. That's what it says. MOMOFUKU.
What did you just say about my mother?
They're really good, dude. That's what I had earlier. But Azariah Thomas, man, have you watched him yet? I asked you to watch him.
I have. We talked about him yesterday.
Oh yeah, you see he's raw. Where do you have him ranked?
Bro, I got him early 4th.
This is gonna be.
That's
another
where
Andrew
I put
Phillips
my
thing for
raw
you, dude.
guys.
It's gonna be an Andrew Phillips thing for you, dude.
It might be. It might be.
He's gonna, but except he's actually gonna go higher because he's not a slot corner. And he's 6'2", 198. He's an absolute beast. He actually, I think, might end up being higher than Travis Hunter would be as a corner on my list. You know how much I fall in love with players, though.
Yeah.
I get a little cray, but I think that's best for the Colts. That's a Colts branded corner, big, physical. Except this one actually is fast. How would we fix the Giants, though? I feel like this is something that we need a more lengthy episode for.
How would we fix the Giants?
Get a QB, get a right tackle,
Sign
trade Evan
Sam
Neal.
Darnold.
Yeah.
I mean, if you draft a quarterback, do you want that quarterback starting right away?
I mean, it depends on who's available in the market. If
I
Sam
think you
Darnold's
go
available,
the Vikings route.
yeah,
Take your
if you
JJ
can go the Sam
McCarthy,
Darnold
but
route.
sit him. You don't have to hurt him and throw him on IR. You could just sit him and
Yeah,
have him play behind Sam Darnold.
you don't need to hurt him and throw him in IR. That's cruel.
All right, he's walking around. He's limping, Kyle Hamilton, right now.
Shit. I mean, hopefully it's something that's not.
Oh, I think he may have just rolled his ankle.
Fingers crossed.
Okay,
dude.
okay. It wasn't exactly non-contact. He accidentally stepped on a corner or a receiver behind him's ankle and kind of slid and rolled.
Good.
Okay, because I didn't see that. I just saw like him go
Yeah, he's
down,
down.
as he was trying to stop,
Shit.
and he just crumples to
good,
the
though.
floor.
Whew. Okay.
Ooh, that might be a free play.
All right, Dingus. As an Ohio State fan, what is my thoughts on Jeremiah Smith's freshman year? The dude's been absolutely baller. Honestly, Carnell Tate, if I'm going to be real, is surprisingly as good. Just Jeremiah Smith has the jaw-dropping plays. Carnell Tate's such a stud. I mean, I'm going to be real right now. I want to love Emeka Egbuka more, but this dude's been an absolute merchant of unlimited talent around him. The dude's never been the number one receiver on his team in terms of talent. Like, he's just never been the most talented
like a
guy.
top 10.
I don't think he's been the
player in
number
class.
2. I don't think he's been the number 2 talented receiver once on his team.
You hear that? That's food, good.
Like, he's never been the focal point. Ever. And that breaks my heart because I want Emeka Egbuka and I love him so badly. But Jeremiah Smith's better. Carnell Tate's better. Marvin Harrison Smith was better.
Oh, that was almost a sick pick by Brandon
Marvin
Stevens
Harrison
on a side
Jr.,
note.
not Smith. I was saying Jeremiah Smith. Like, I hate to say it, but Emeka Egbuka is like, Isaiah Bond might be overrated by some people. I think Emeka Egbuka is heavily overrated.
Yeah.
Just because he is unbelievably outshined by everyone around him.
That could be fair.
And he
I mean,
still
I
has
feel
not
like
tasted
I
that
feel
way
like
want
if
him to.
if you liked JSN, then Ibuka is probably in a similar wheelhouse.
Which one? Sorry, say that one more time.
JSN. Oh, that's an actual.
Well, to be fair, you
interception.
you know that I wasn't a big guy for JSN.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I honestly thought it wasn't a bad pick by Seattle, though. I was like, that kind of complements the two guys. What?
I have to head out.
Oh, douchebag. Okay, wait. What was the thing that I had you look up, though? Oh, the top 10.
I couldn't find it.
We'll have to do that.
I
for
couldn't
next time.
remember. It was like whatever we did it in. It wasn't specifically named like playoff something.
Shit. I actually might be able to find that. We'll do that next time, though. But for the time being, thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't already, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscription button because we make content every single day. I don't know if you do it every single day.
I take the weekends off to watch college football, and
At this point, I don't do that because I'm in a purgatory of recovery.
I might have a mock the mock out Saturday because I'm not going to be streaming Saturday
fifth one?
because I have. Yeah, exactly. But I might have one out Saturday because I'm not doing a live watch along Saturday because
Okay.
I have to go to a baby shower.
Okay. I just ended up texting "it's shorty" to somebody, and I accidentally meant to say "it's short." I was talking about a particular region. It's a particular region. No, we're talking about the stream.
On your
It's not
body?
true. I have quarterback size hands. That's all I'll say.
Oh, dude, I don't. I have
I have
Kenny
Pickett
Pickett size hands, so technically I have quarterback size hands.
That's not bad. You have 8-inch hands?
In my head, he has 6-inch hands.
Do you actually have small hands?
I do have small hands.
It's gonna be crazy seeing you in person. I'm gonna tower over you at the same height.
Oh, I'm gonna be so itty bitty. I'm gonna be so small.
Dude, Marcus is gonna be like 6'8" next to us.
I know, that's wild, dude.
It's gonna be so funny. Dude, Steve Palazzolo next to us, though, that's gonna be where it gets a little crazy.
To be fair, I do have tall friends, so I'm used to maneuvering myself among the trees. So
among the trees.
That
that won't be how it feels around me, but it'll be like that.
You'll just be more buff.
I mean, fortunately not, but maybe. I don't know how your friends are built.
Oh, they're calling it incomplete. It's not a pick.
Oh, nice. So you got to go still?
Yeah, I got to go.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Enjoy your night. It was fun being back. It's nice that I can actually handle a face light for this long too. So it's good to be back. We'll be rolling it. I mean, I don't really have too many issues with Thursday nights anyway. So we'll continue making this a thing. And if I ever start sitting down and watching games, you guys know I'll be popping a live stream as well just to hang out with you guys. You guys know the deal. But you want to say goodbye, Shmo?
Sweet, Alex. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. It's always fun talking foosball. Got to change that overlay someday.
Yeah, you do.
We'll get there.
I told you it was a crap name from the beginning.
Oh, well, okay. You definitely didn't say it in those harsh words, and now you're going to say it in front of people like this. Okay, is what it is. I've been Broshmo. He's been a douchebag. Thank you for hanging out with us.
This is Douchebag Sports. And remember, Broshmo said that Marcus Whitman is surprisingly younger than he is. So.
No, I say I look yes.
Yeah. Looks deceive.
And this is coming from a bald, bearded man. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, my God. All right, everybody. We're sipping on the Kool-Aid. We'll talk to you later. Good.